Welcome to Cherry and Beez, guys. We're back for another episode this week, our first real episode.
Full episode!
Yeah!
We're excited. We hope you are too. And as promised, we are going to be doing how to break up with someone and red flags. As talking about my exes makes me need to drink, I'm going to be making a peppermint hot chocolate for everyone, which is super easy. Okay, and so I'm just going to take my schnapps. I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to go like 1, 2. That's about 1 ounce. And I'm going to dump in my hot chocolate. And I'm going to pour in the hot water. So I have pom-poms on my face.
That sounds like ASMR. Just like, shh.
Oh,
look at her, yeah, with her candy
with my little candy cane.
All festive.
Some of your breakup stories are actually some of my favorite. Mine are funny and cringy, don't get me wrong, but it's just something about the way they cry.
Oh, okay. So, we're going to get right into it. I'm just going to start off with this Hispanic dude that I used to date. He was like a mommy's boy, I guess. So like super like I could tell he's got issues.
I could tell he had issues. That's why I went for him.
Yeah, apparently I really like I said, I'm attracted to that sort of thing. So
well, when you get bored, you need to find a project, right?
Oh, 100%. So fast forward, I'm like, I think like 3 months into this, 4 months into this, and like I could tell he was a little bit weird, but you know what? Who isn't? So I was vibing, everything was good. And then I started to clue in to the fact that he was like overly watching anime stuff, and like I'm totally chill with that. Like Stacey's an anime fan herself.
Love anime.
Like it's totally fine. But I think this man's gave me PTSD from this experience. So basically I started doing some digging around and I consolidated in my friend, the anime expert Stacey. And she straight up told me to ask him if he watches this show called High School of the Dead. So I proceeded to ask him, okay, do you watch the show? And he said, yes, I like it. And so Stacey told me to look up and watch 20 minutes of this show, which I did. And in all honesty, I was like gagging by like 10 minutes in because it's just so like perverted. Like it's gross. I get that it's anime, but I was like, what the?
There's a certain amount of sexualization you expect in any anime, but when it's meant to be high school kids and he's over the age of 21.
He's 26.
If he's sitting there watching High School of the Dead, that might be a red flag.
Yeah, looking for a marriage here, right? So we're vibing.
You're like shopping for him for Christmas and you'd be like, what do I want? And you're like, I want a High School of the Dead body pillow.
Like, I think I'm good. Anyways, fast forward. So obviously I sat on this for a couple weeks and I didn't make a rash decision or anything, but I basically decided to confront him about it. I told him how I felt, and I was like, whatever, I don't know if this is gonna work out, like, you maybe just, like, need to go find someone who's, like, more into your style, whatever. I get that people have fetishes, it's fine.
Yeah, like, the right product for the right person.
100%, that's why there's a million fish in the sea, right? But I tried to break up with this dude, basically, is what I did, and he decided to beg me to go on a ride with him, just so that he could tell me his feelings, I guess, and have some closure. So I went on a ride with this dude, and he decided to bring me to my old high school parking lot. Don't ask me why, but I was like, already like, why am I here? But this dude got into an argument with me about how he doesn't watch watch anime porn, like child anime porn or whatever.
Hentai,
yes.
She means hentai.
Hentai, yes, hentai. Anime hentai. I don't understand this stuff, but anyways. And basically, it got to the point where I was getting out of his car and telling him I was going to walk home. And this dude runs out of his car and he's yelling at me and he's screaming at me. He's like, I don't watch anime porn, blah, blah, blah,
watch anime porn!
And he's like begging me to come back in his car. And I decided to get back in this crazy dude's car. And I sat there and he basically composed this argument and just kept being like, even if I did watch child hentai porn, why would it matter? Because I can't date someone who I know is going home and watching this stuff. Like, it's weird. Fast forward a week. I'm back in my house and I'm trying to break up with this dude. He showed up at my house. Like, I finally got the balls to walk out. And I was like, what are you doing here? And he convinces me to get in his car again. And this dude, I finally was like, no, I'm not leaving with you. I'm breaking up with you. And then my grandpa comes out and decides to just circle around this dude's car. as I'm trying to break up with him. And he's just staring at him. He's like looking in the car. He's looking at me. I'm fine. This dude's bawling his eyes out. 26-year-old dude just bawling his eyes out.
This is my favorite visual because all I see is like a hunched over
yes,
old
my
man
grandpa
walker
just
walking slowly in front, staring in, and like turning around so slowly to walk back and stare in.
It was
the
ridiculous.
Front window again. I can't with that.
I
Like,
could
what
tell.
is he gonna do? Like, it's cute and I love it, but like, what is? You can barely turn around.
There was nothing he could do. He was honestly just like, what are you doing to this poor guy? And I'm like, no, this guy is not innocent. This guy is not innocent. The relationship did not end well. I got out of that car and he kept trying to contact me, kept trying to like convince me. He actually reached out to all of my family members on Facebook and tried to convince them that he was perfect for me and I should get back with him. Even some of the friends that he had met during our relationship. So
red flag. If
red
he has
flag.
to convince your family that you're the one for him,
red flag.
he's not the one for you.
Reaches out on social media just to get a hold of them. Red flag.
Yeah, what's one of my absolute favorites? I love the grandpa.
The visual is perfect. If you guys like knew my grandpa, I'm fine. He's bawling and he's confused. My grandpa's genuinely confused. He's just like, tell us a story.
Okay, all right. I guess we'll keep going with the car thing because we're going to lead this off by being advised is don't break up with someone
In a car.
in a vehicle because you get trapped in that vehicle. It seems like a good idea because there's something else to do. It's actually not. So we were young and it was over and we were already on a break and I had gotten my stuff and this was just kind of like the final drive around. And so I got in this guy's car with him and I'm going to tell him that the break is permanent. It's a breakup. It's over. And so we drove around for a little bit and then he drove me back to his parents' house and he parked in the driveway. And then as I was about to finish him off, he just ran away from me for about 20 minutes and he left me sitting in his car in his parents' driveway. I was serious about it, so I was like, I'll wait until he gets back because we're wrapping this up tonight.
Oh my god. Vince was like, if I'm not here, you can't.
I'm not around, it can't happen. It's not divorce papers.
This man really thought that running away was going to keep
Be
you
the
two together.
The way he ran too, like I still remember the look on his face where he's like looked like he's like a 6-year-old that just got busted with extra bits of candy and he's just like grabbed it as fast as he could and just bolted. He didn't even say that like I'm gonna go for a bit, nothing. Just
gone.
looks at me like I'm about to catch him halfway through opening up the door. Like what am I gonna do? We already went over that I'm short.
Oh my god.
Decided to wait. It's a red flag.
If he runs out of the car.
If he runs out of the car, red flag. If he won't let you break up with him by running away, red flag. That's why people started ghosting people.
I understand it now.
Yeah. Yeah, because everyone was just trying to avoid the truth.
Sprinkle, sprinkle.
Yeah, that's my dark sprinkle. Coming back out again at Ema Stops.
Oh my god. Another really interesting one that I had was this male. I was seeing long distance actually for a couple months. He would come down like on weekends and like come and see me. I broke up this relationship because I was like, this is enough. Too far, too much work. And he came down to my city to visit me, I guess, like randomly surprised me after I had moved into a new apartment. Sucker for closure. I don't know what the hell. I'm just like, oh, you need closure? Okay, I guess I can
I'm here to
suffer.
close for you.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with me, but
You need a project.
something about breaking things that are, or fixing things that are broken is my thing, but regardless, this dude ended up in my house with like a bunch of things for me that he knew I really liked, like bananas and Buenos and chocolate milk and whatever, and was like, here,
That
like,
actually kind of seems like a nice gesture, I'm not gonna lie.
it was, don't get me wrong, that's not what I'm complaining about, but
Okay.
this was his way in. Let me just say that this was his way in. He's like, okay, if I bring her some gifts, she's gonna let me in her house, which
There
I
we
did.
are.
This was the mistake. I let him in.
Red flag! Letting them in.
Like,
Don't
if
let
you
them
want to
in.
bring me gifts, sure, but are you gonna come in my apartment? Probably not.
Just send them to me as a gift on Amazon.
Yes, please. I have a wish list. Please grant it.
The link is below.
Yes, it will be. I let him in my house, and couple hours flash forward, we're closing up like our bullshit. We're talking about our relationship. We're giving each other closure, and he tells me that he's staying at his friend's house in the city, who doesn't have a good shower and is making him sleep on the couch. And so I was like, oh. And he's just like, yeah, can I shower at your house? So I was like, oh, that's why you said that. Okay. So being the nice woman I am, I said, I guess, yes, you can shower at my house. And so this man gets in the shower, 20 minutes later he comes out, walks out of the living room, butt naked, opens my door. Keep in mind, I've been living in this house for like a day, and it opens my door and just looks at me and is like, hey, can I crash here? I'm just staring at him, I'm like, so you're gonna come out of the shower, ask me if you can sleep in my bed?
I bet you the water or the shower wasn't even broken. If they asked to shower at your place after you've broken up,
red flag.
Red flag, that's right.
I would say so.
Yeah, doesn't go well for anyone.
Yeah, like, what are you even supposed to react to that? Like, we've been broken up for probably like 3 or 4 months. Yeah, maybe not that long, but at least like 2 or 3 at this point. I'm looking at it and I'm like, are you serious? Like, no, I'm not gonna let you sleep in my bed. So that was probably one of my funniest moments. Yeah, it felt like I was in a rom-com or something. Yeah, it didn't feel right.
It felt like a rom-com.
I kicked him out. Don't get me wrong. I kicked him out.
Never let them stay over. Never let them use your facilities. It's a lie. It's a trap.
Don't be hospitable. That's my biggest... If you broke up with them, it was probably for a reason. Therefore, you do not need to be nice to them.
That's right. Let other people go through your own trash. You don't go through your own. That's why Value Village is so popular. So that you can thrift. Sprinkle.
Yeah.
I let someone come over. I let someone spend the night after we broken up. Well, I didn't really let him spend the night. He had dumped me, and now he was trying to win me back because he realized that that's as good as it gets for him, which is fair. And I don't know why I was feeling nice. And so I agreed to let him take me out on this date. The date was very mediocre. So now we're back at my place, and he looks at me. This is what he says, and I'll never forget. Are you ready to casually watch a movie? Maybe casually take our pants off? And so every bone in my body cringed up a little bit. And I decided that I was going to be funny.
Cringed up a little bit?
And I said after I was done doing my nails, and I did everything. I did my cuticles. I got the stuff out from underneath it. My toes were matching. He passed out by the time that I finished. It only took me like half an hour, but he fell asleep. If you can't wait 20 minutes to casually take your pants off with you,
I feel like there might be a missing key factor in this story.
That's a red flag. Oh, we're leading to that. And so he left me there, sitting casually watching the movie alone, which is a theme. And I was like, where do you go? I haven't seen him now for like 20 minutes. Sure. So I finished my nails. Now I'm ready to casually take my pants off. Let's go, bro.
Let's go, bro.
So I went around the corner to my bedroom, and he was laying there with his pants around his ankle, and he had put himself on my bed and fallen asleep.
Can't wait 20 minutes.
He didn't even lay down properly in the bed. He was like passed over sideways.
The image I have in my head right now, especially because I know what this guy looks like, is just ridiculous.
I still see it.
It haunts me in my dreams.
I'm so triggered. Like,
yeah, there's definitely some PTSD that come from men.
Well, I mean, like, it wasn't like anything was showing, but like I know what it looks like when a guy himself, because you guys aren't really good at hiding it. And like his like pants were just like rolled down kind of to like his crotch, and then this is the key factor here. His shirt was folded upwards so that he could like have happy time on his stomach without like making a mess of his shirt, because guys are lazy and they don't even want to take off their shirt, but they also don't want to aim anywhere, and so they just roll it upwards. Red flag.
Very vivid. Love it.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for that vivid picture, Stacey.
You're welcome.
I think we all appreciate that.
It haunts me, now it haunts you.
Oh my god. Sprinkle. There's tons of red flags that there are in men. I feel like I've had a lot more experiences than just those two, but I feel like those ones really stick out in my mind just because of how absurd they were.
Yeah, they're just like, it's the reason why I just want to get a witch cottage in the woods, like kind of like a mix up between the Golden Girls and Tiger King. But perfect. But if you guys have any really cringy stories, because I'm guessing that we're not alone on this.
Love to hear them.
Yeah, feel free to drop them in there or just hit us up in any way.
DM us if you want to do it more secretly. I shouldn't say it like that, but
if you don't want it to be you, that's fine too. All of the links to our socials are below, so just message us however you feel comfortable or leave a comment below. And as always, love, subscribe, tussle our channel because we need it and we appreciate you guys. And we are very excited because next week, to celebrate the beginning of the new year season, you're going to be going through this one's DMs and looking at her cringiest messages of the year.
Yes, so you guys can enjoy the cringiness that is my DMs.
Yes, the girls, you can laugh with us. The guys, you can take notes. This is what you don't say.
Yes, please.
We don't like it. We think it's funny, though. And we have a good chuckle on the inside, but we're probably not going to message you back.
And worst case scenario, we're disgusted with what you said, so take notes.
Yeah. We just do this. We see it, we ingest it, and then we...
Yep.
That's the puke face.
Mm-hmm.
That's for everyone.
See what happens.
And as always, thank you for joining us on Cherry and Beez, and we will see you guys
next week. Thank
That's
you.
right.
Yeah. Bang, bang.
Cha-cha-cha. That's right.